Content warning. Tales of Tupenia features some depictions and descriptions of violence, as well as themes consistent with abuse and alcoholism. These are not incredibly common, but be warned. Hello everyone, Belby here, the DM of Tales of Tupenia, back with another set of announcements. First and foremost, we wanted to thank all the new subscribers coming in. Your support is really appreciated, and we hope you continue to enjoy the show. To that point, a giveaway will be occurring soon over on the Instagram of 3 t-shirts. Make sure to migrate over there and follow the page for more info on that front. Our post-game episodes of Side of Tots are still going up on the Patreon, where we chat about the show and have a few chuckles between the players. And our merch store via Threadless now carries hats, such as this one. Our second animatic is also proceeding apace. If you haven't seen the first one, check it out in our Tales of Tupenia Shorts playlist on the channel. Once again, we appreciate your support for the show. Enjoy!
On the Lamani Islands, they say if the Hollow Mountain sings to you, you should always listen, for the song itself can carry you out to sea. This was, of course, the one place Uprush always wanted to go. Dmitri Zephius gained the nickname Uprush from a young age, as he always displayed a surge of emotion and passion, strong enough to sweep away any who were ill-prepared for his enthusiasm. He's like an uprush of seawater when he talks, became the easiest way to describe him to seafarers, wondering why an 8-year-old might be hanging out by the docks so often. Aside from his enthusiasm regarding shipfaring, Uprush's mother helped with restocking seafaring ships that would stop by the islands, so meeting seafarers was the norm. This norm for young Uprush was shaken up when a young girl with curly hair made her way onto the island, proclaiming all the world's gold and cookies would be hers someday. From then on, Uprush and the girl nicknamed Cookie would spend their days together fantasizing about being adventurers out on the open sea. Cookie's father would take Uprush under his wing, despite the concerns of Uprush's mother. As he became a man, Uprush gained respect and camaraderie aboard the ship known as the Great White. But Uprush saw a side of the captain no one else quite recognized. Amidst an attempt to convince Cookie to leave the crew with him permanently, Uprush was accused of mutiny, shot in the chest, and left aboard a dinghy to float out at sea. The last thing Uprush heard was the sound of his friend's voice, the splash of the waves, and the sound of the wind's song, all before reaching the unfamiliar shores of Balestone. Chasing a way back out into the open seas, Uprush took a bartending to accrue enough coin and a new crew, all with the hope of reuniting with his dearest friend.
Born to seafaring merchants, Jack and Robin, hailing from Arigian and Kelcary, neither of whom were willing to give up a life on the sea. Hector grew up barely 4 years before returning to the sea for a life of adventure. His youngest mentor in the clerical arts was a steward of the drowned, a medic known as Tim Callaghan. Eventually, his parents' honest merchant dealings led them into conflict with a pirate crew of a fearsome captain, where Hector's parents passed away tragically, with barely enough surviving members to crew the ship into the nearest harbor. Hector's friend Tim took him in, a blessing for young Hector that quickly was dashed as he was left with a smile in the main temple of the drowned stewards. in the town of Cotton's Creek, to be raised by one Albert Sparrow, an older steward past his prime. Hector went on to become a fellow steward of the drowned, sailing the seas, protecting ships from the same fate that befell his parents. One day, a group of pirates captured him and stuck him in the upstairs closet of a seaside cottage, held prisoner for a week until the early crew of the Bearded Dragon found him. A crew that Hector has stood fiercely by ever since.
Gro Kadag was born and raised in the kingdom of the Red Dawn. His parents, Shior and Calabax, and siblings and fellow orcs were brutal fighters, taught to hone their aggression in battle against their enemies. Gro grew to become the tallest and burliest of his family, and one of the largest offspring of the Red Dawn. A capable fighter with a gargantuan size, a towering stature, and mammothian teeth that would make any regular human quite intensely shit their pants. Through his straight, raven black hair parts at the middle, a real charmer. He was inducted into the Black Blood clan and went on many adventures. As time passed, the clan would realize something about Gro that infuriated them. He was a sweetheart. He would frequently gaze upon beautiful natural flora and fauna, would resist killing any individuals who wouldn't directly harm him. Whereas all the other orcs were intelligent in livelihood skills and battle practices and tactical knowledge, Gro was a simpleton. His sheer size and strength was enough for him to push through any obstacles presented to the Black Bloods. But even as the rest of the Black Bloods slowly turned their backs on him, Gro was too simple to see it. To him, they were his family. So he stayed with them, until one blissful morning when Gro woke to emptiness around him. The Black Bloods were gone, and Gro hadn't the slightest clue of where to go. Only a name. Bazalmi. Unfortunately, for Gro, he couldn't figure out how to pronounce it. He wandered the countryside finding people who at first rejected him and were scared of him, but would warm up to him through his politeness and simplicity. After many months of wandering and helping, 3 years later, Gro would eventually make it to the city of Benict in the kingdom of Prostab, where he befriended a total bar owner, Rue, and would help her with chores and errands. The city of Benict would see that Gro was an enigma, a condemnation of their treatment of orcs, but some would have prejudices too deep to set aside. Gro left the city, joining the crew of the Bearded Dragon to chase the thrill of battle and to make a new name for himself. With a new crew, a new weapon, and a new cause at his side, Gro's path wanders far away from those who once threw insults his way, even if he was too simple to understand them anyways.
Adrian Drake was born and raised in Winterstone. Being the second son of the Admiral of the Kingdom, Adrian always lived a life of adventure and wanted to be out at sea like his father. He and his brother lived their early lives with a nanny, though Adrian snuck out multiple times into the slums, getting into trouble with his best friend Karn. Later on in his years, he was hired onto the Agalita, a trade ship with an older captain Adrian saw as second father. During one voyage at sea, an Asmer named Ariel came aboard trying to get Adrian to do a quest for his god, and would not leave until he did so. While the two were below deck in a heated argument, the Agalita was suddenly assailed by pirates, an all-out assault, which was suddenly disrupted as a bolt of lightning rent the sky, sinking the ship and all aboard it. Adrian woke up in the middle of the sea alone. At least that's what he thought until days later, a dry voice echoed through his head. The self-same voice of the Asmer he previously encountered. Drake made his slow way back to port, where he and Ariel now share the same body, though not, perhaps, the same goals.
I do not recall when exactly I became what we are today, but here be what I will share. Little John Jack grew up in the slums of Smiva. Me mama telling me the stories of Kleck, the devourer of the treasonous, he who swallows the liars and cheats. Never understood why nobody heeded the warnings. We couldn't even trust our leaders, those meant to protect us. Instead, the Baron took me mother from me. I found a new home in the old elf tree, and found a new family all my own. Then he took that away too. I escaped the town with nothing but my clothes, and a few friends. And me brother in all but blood, I would have followed him to the ends of the world. And I did. And we were free. That the world took that from me too. Han, my brother, he sold me out for wealth and power. Under the thumb of the Baron of Bimbolo, the very man who took everything from me, I found if you take enough from a man, you make a monster. With nothing of the little boy in me left, the fish from my mama's stories spoke to me. I thought it a mere illusion, but it delivered us to new friends and freedom. I know it take more than fables to fix the wrongs of the world. It be taken more than the blood, sweat, and tears that has already been taken. It be taken something more. With me crew, we be feeding the fishes.
Kid Roo grew up in a rowdy family. As the eldest of 5 children, he always hoped to keep an eye on his siblings. It wasn't easy growing up in the harsh cold of Satpia, but he was happy. Playing with siblings, ice fishing with his mom, and hearing stories of Satpia's heroics and grandeur from his father. Kid and his brothers, namely Kaivan and Kalir, loved these stories, and grew up wishing to join the military themselves one day. And when Kid was only 19 years old, that opportunity would come right to his village. Kid spent the following years of his life proving his bravery and his skill, and rising up the ranks of Satpia. But in doing so, he saw the nation for what it truly was, and began to doubt the actions he'd taken under a banner he once thought was great. It wasn't until the age of 42, 23 years later, that Kid met Jesse, a young Aarakocran boy he met in a village he was sent to enlist from. A young boy that reminded him of himself. That was his final straw. Rather than setting Jesse down the path he walked himself, he took the boy and they fled into the wastes. They wandered through a barren environment, hungry, thirsty, and left with nothing but time to think about the years wasted and the people he took advantage of. That the country he grew up idolizing and serving was corrupt. Kid Roo was ready to give up on himself, but he was driven by a responsibility to Jesse, to get him to safety. Crossing the waste, the two stumbled into the city of Zukamel, where they were discovered and rescued by the priests of the Albetic Temple. The priests were very welcoming and provided both shelter and care to Kid and Jesse. While the pair recovered, they were introduced by the priest to the Lambent Three, the moon deities, as well as their teachings. The serene grace of the Sapphire Queen, the strength wielded by the Copper Princess, and the willingness to change, championed by the Shattered Prince, which Kid resonated with strongest of all. After months of self-doubt, that message drove Kid to remake himself as a missionary, a wanderer, and a tool of this change, leading him into new lands, new struggles, and a new path to redeem Tupenia, as his gods and he seek to create.
There we are. Howdy, and welcome to this week's episode of Tales of Tupenia. Where last we left off, the party had managed to leave from Fermata which, that would not have been a problem if it wasn't for the fact that they got there right as the gates were shutting. So stayed an extra day, managed to leave on Heridians right at the end of the month of falling, and had taken off into the wildlands of the Satpian Empire. You guys had managed to make your way across the landscape, having some conversations between you. Kid Roo to his brother Kaivan regarding what they might do going forward, regarding whether they might by chance run into an important family site to them. Jean-Jacques managing to blast Cirrus Kem out of Ahura's head for a number of days. A lot of sending. And we managed to make our way through these number of days. There were a few conversations that occurred. I know that there was actually technically one that we did skip, but I think we can handle it on looking at the thing right here. Actually, the next day would be I know Travis, he said that Drake wanted to speak to the sword, to the Heretic's Vindication, but on this, the first day of Barons, the 7th day of your travel, there was a knocking in Jean-Jacques' head from Tak saying, boss, you gotta take a look at this, where a giant meteor swarm coming from above, coming from Cirrus Kem, sort of outlined by the sun there, absolutely decimated this small contingent of the Bentuku people who had just, pretty much like that, like Manny's doing with the lamp right there, had absolutely decimated them. Jean-Jacques resummoning Tak and sending him off to travel back to Temtumba to get in touch with the new council, Brioni, Atimba, Benia, the Posterity's Blade representative, and through her Enderon, the Fist of the Past, and see what is going on with, this going forward. Let's jump right into it there, because, let's see, was there something else that we let Uhura out, and at that, we allow Uhura back into the free air, Jean-Jacques releasing the cuffs, Uhura keeping her cool, darkling mask that she, stashes away with her, but walks out and doesn't breathe, the free air again. Jesus, that's been, look, I don't want to tell you guys what you should be keeping in your hole, but it's kind of stinky in there. It's not and granted, she kind of
be air.
she kind of
How does
how does the scent travel? Extra planar questions that I have not considered before this moment. So she's like, it's kind of she's like, I don't, and she gestures at her nostrils, which are not really breathing, and just goes, but
Well, it has air. It's just that it runs out, right? Or it's not oxygen.
Yeah,
That's right.
15 minutes basically.
Oh yeah, stagnant. Yeah, 15 minutes of stagnant air.
Yeah. No.
Okay, yeah, no. That's.
Yeah. And she just goes, it's not great in there. I don't want to tell you guys what to put in there from here going forward, but
See, what do we have in there? What's rotting at this point?
The air
corpses, I think,
that you guys had just actually finally ended up using for
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
the body.
bit.
The Despot's head.
The Despot's head. Yep. Despot's head is in there.
Despot's
head.
Yep.
Is the chandelier of heads still in there? Did we give that to someone, or did we keep that from the?
I feel like we did something with. Did we do something? No, I think we just busted it out for intimidation. You probably put it away after.
Okay. Cool.
The only reason why we needed it was actually the ears of the bandits.
Right. So she sort of looks around at the rest of the party, having been allowed out, and just goes, so, and she does she awkward little finger guns at each of you and goes, not gonna kill you in your sleep.
Thanks.
I just give her a thumbs up.
Nods and starts
Or a
walking off.
pillow
And
this
you
time.
nods and starts walking off. Can everyone roll a perception or an insight check for me? Yeah, go ahead.
I like that. Now, what's my full number out again? I think it's +9.
First roll of the night. Nat 20.
Oh.
20. Hell yeah, brother.
25.
13.
You said a 5 from Kidru?
5.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. 5, 9, don't really
25.
ping a lot. 13 pings. Oh, 25. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the 5 doesn't really ping a lot. The 13, you sense she's taking her at her. I mean, you were just in her head, Jean-Jacques. You know she's probably taking her at her word. The natural 20 and the 25, she hear her whispering as she walks off. It's just, oh, fuck. I mean, that, what were you thinking, you fucking idiot? Leading with, I'm not gonna kill you in your sleep? What kind of a, just, it's one of those people that had the worst opening line at the company Christmas party, and they're like, why? Why did I say, wanders off?
Of all the words that exist in my language, why was that the string that came out of my mouth?
Yeah. And so she sort of just like wanders off, and she begins, you see that she basically begins introducing herself to the NPCs. Sir Venable takes a very interesting look at her and just goes, so, and he reaches out very gently to prod her, and she like knocks his hand away, and she goes, what are you doing? He's like, that, your skin doesn't look right, girl. Like, they get sort of engaged in a little quibble over it, and we move along from there to the evening, where we roll into the next day of travel. The air behind you, as you guys continue through like one or two of these days, the air behind you begins to, you can feel the chill following you, basically, as you are spreading down from these northerly climate into the first of these months of winter, the month of barrens, entering these sorts of warmer regions. You can feel the frost behind you. On the third day there, Drake, you had something, or was it Ariel? Did Ariel want to check in with the sword, or did Drake want to check in with the sword with the vindication?
I think I was only training with the sword. I don't remember anything I wanted to talk about with
you didn't want to ask it any more questions or anything?
No, it was mainly just training. Okay.
Wonderful. So you guys continue sort of training with these swords. Let me actually take a look at this then. Okay, yeah, on the sort of second night of... oh, wait, Manny just won. Worst timing. Oh, there you go. Hold on, there is a thing for Jean-Jacques.
He just disappeared a little bit.
Yeah.
Hello.
On sort of the second night here, Ahura comes to, like, walk up and sit down with you. And she just goes, so, what was it like all those years in the Despotate without everyone else?
Feel like being lost.
She like takes a brief nod.
Don't know where to go. Don't know what to do. For a while I had Bahan, but
yeah. She goes.
We just made do.
She stops for a second, and she actually on the morning of that day is when Mina and Jax come to you guys with the necklaces of non-detection. Jax sort of comes up with this little wooden. They're all like in these little wooden things, and he goes, to be honest, we didn't really have much that we could inscribe these onto, so you're gonna have to do your best with these. They won't be particularly, I mean, they're wood, right? So magic gives them some protection, but they might not be particularly long lasting. So just be very cognizant of how closely you hang them to fires, or things of that sort. but they sort of pass out the necklaces of non-detection to the party.
Nice.
So
Oh, yeah.
they'll work as long as they're intact?
Yeah, basically. He goes, magical items. There's an interesting thing about magical items. So the magic helps maintain them for longer periods than they would normally, basically, right? But it's the quality of the material is still the quality of the thing that would, you know what I mean, of what it's working with. So, you know, well-made, you know, what's an example? Like well-made metals, plate mail, thing of that sort. The enchantment helps extend its lifespan. But for something like this, which is pretty much all we had to work with, you know, it's a piece of wood. At some point, it, you know, if it's put forward to too many things that might cause rot or decay or burning or things of that sort, that's about all we got for it.
What?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So they sort of pass him out. We flash forward to this night conversation between Jean-Jacques and Uhura, and Uhura goes, I think it's probably about time that I come clean to you about something. He might have mentioned at some point why, you know, I wasn't certain exactly what I could say, but he might have mentioned that why they tried to transfer you from the Baron.
Yeah, just leaning close.
Yeah. And she goes, so there aren't a lot of magic users around the despotate, like strong, capable magic users, and I think that they might have picked up when you sort of came into your own there, and you thought it might have been a good test subject to see if the she sort of gestures at herself would affect different people differently.
I might have a thing to say.
What'd you say?
I might have something to say to the fish about this.
Roll a. Yeah, let's do insight check here. Or, no, not insight.
Yeah.
What would you say is like picking up like things unsaid here, like implications? That would be. Do you think insight or?
I think it would still be insight because
Yeah.
that feels like a wisdom thing.
Okay.
It's a wisdom thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so insight wisdom is
Yeah.
regular insight.
Okay.
26.
26. Okay. With a 20s, I mean that's with a 26, you with the start kind of realize something there. There's nothing. Uhura seems to be talking about this freely. Like, meaning Cirrus Chem appears to be a powerful mage of some kind.
Yeah.
And the enchantment that you guys had, the sort of document that you guys had been using before, the contract that you guys had signed, he doesn't appear to have put Uhura under it.
No.
And she appears
So
to have
either
knowledge,
it cannot be done under the influence of magic, or he can't do it.
which is an interesting conundrum here, because if the hand was able to do it, right, like the hands people were able to do it.
Yeah. So
They're
like,
not
either he can't do it, or the way the spell works can't be done unwillingly. Interesting. Yeah.
She is sort of oblivious to this, continues on and just goes, Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, I do worry that, you know, that the reason that he shipped you out, you know, yeah, I bring this forward not just out of, desire to be honest, but, you know, I wonder what specifically he would have cottoned on to there that would have made him want to test on you.
Yeah, wait a second. I was off the coast of Calcari. Why was I off the coast of Calcari? If he be wanting to do a trial of some kind. Couldn't he have done that back home?
She sort of thinks about it and she goes, I don't know.
Unless it be something he'd be needing to do more personally, but
It was something that I had cottoned on to that he had mentioned. Like he had just mentioned, you know, that it was one of those. I heard him while he was, you know, giving this sort of missive, or rather recounting it. But
so that be meaning the despot was not under his control.
I don't know if I'd agree with that. She goes, I think if there's anyone that played, well, to be fair, how do you train any mad dog?
Yeah, but not with the serum.
Oh. Interesting. She sort of like relapses into thought about that. Let's ping forward. Unless there's anything else there. We sort of slip away from that moment into the evening. Hector. As you bed down to sleep, you hear sort of quietly in the back of your mind, and you feel yourself moving into a standard sort of one of these fluid dream states that sometimes you have been going through. You find yourself in aboard a stationary ship that is like built on land, what appears to be and you recognize this as the temple, the original temple in Cotton's Creek of the Drowned Stewards, and you're much smaller, much younger. It does almost feel like this memory of you, and you hear from behind you, hey, check the riggings. You gotta be very quick. You gotta be quick on your feet in order to be able to manage a ship under pressure. And hit me with a survival check here, Hector. 15. You scramble up the riggings deftly, and you're able to, you tie a new cord onto the mast. You manage to pull down, tie it down. You manage to run back across and move and reallocate like a cannon that appears to have not been properly. And you turn back around, sort of beaming, and you see before you standing sort of aboard the deck of the ship, right in sort of the captain's area, Albert, who laughs at you and goes, "That's what we're looking for, boy. That's what we're looking for. Come on down." And we'll, he sort of produces from behind him. He's got what just looks like a simple bit of bread and cheese that he's brought along in a tiny little knapsack.
Gotta clamber down and go over to him.
Yeah, and as you look around before you, it's basically in the middle of this what looks like a hollowed out area of forest. They have built like a training boat, basically like above ground for you to like to learn the intricacies of shipfaring before you have to get out on the sea. And so you scramble down over, and Hector goes, or Albert goes, see, this is like, you know, I'm proud of what you're working with so far.
Thank you.
You know, it's and you're, you know, this looks like you're maybe, you know, this was when you were probably young teens sort of area. That he's like, you know, it's I mean, to be honest, I know that you've been out there, you know, time and again, but still, it's worth re-upping on the basics, you know. There's a reason that they make you take all those, you know, that they make you take the class yearly, you know?
It's the difference between life and death.
He sort of nods at you. You see before you, this like sort of bearded, bald, Captain Rex-looking figure who's sitting there. You see that he has sort of this intricate pattern of what appears to be scenes of the gods that are overlaid in the background by the drowned steward, right? So you see like a small image of this of the moment of like the escape and all the gods falling across the sky with just sort of this rising tide of water behind them. And he just sort of like gestures at you. You see the little teal eyes glint out of his arm as he gestures at you. And you watch, you know, a place where you had fallen earlier and like your arms are like cut and scraped up from like falling down. You watch as he gestures at you and your arms slowly scab back over with healing magics. And he just goes, you know, takes a look around just to see if anyone's nearby, and gives you like sort of like that, you know, like the dad grin of like, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. And he's just like, you know, I didn't know when we picked you up that you'd be such a great student, but I tell you, there's nothing. I wouldn't be surprised if you outperformed all these guys, because they're, and he like looks at you, and you know, Hector as a kid was probably a little scrawny or a little ganglier than some of the rest of them, but he looks at you and he goes, and it ain't because of the rest of this. And he puts his big sort of finger right again. He goes, it's because of what's in here. And like does the little tap on the chest, you know.
Hector doesn't say it out loud, but in the back of his mind he goes, I've got a hell of a story driving me.
Yeah.
Like he just kind of flashes back to a scene of the destroyed boats that his parents died on.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, and you feel the dream shift for a little bit, and he goes, where you are now, is it worth it? What you're chasing?
Retribution, freedom of the seas again. You're not Albert if you're asking me that.
He nods his head a little bit and he goes, maybe not. Maybe I'm something in there. Something up there. He just gestures sort of around and he goes, I don't know where I'm coming from, but I know that if what you've set your mind to is taken down this, he gestures off vaguely in the direction of where the shore and the sea line and the, you know, where you're heading to would be. He just gestures off vaguely and he goes, if you're looking to take down this guy, if that's what you've set your heart to, I have no faith. I have nothing but faith. I have no faith. I have nothing but faith that you can accomplish it. But he looks at you again and he says, make sure you don't lose track of what's driving you. Make sure you don't lose track of why.
Yeah.
And you hear him go, you hear him, you know, he polishes off the last of the bread and cheese and he like slaps his, you know, Midwestern slap of his knees and stands up off of the thing. And he goes, right, well, All right, we got about 5 more runs of this to do before dinner, so get out there.
Hugs him, and then goes back to training.
Wonderful, and we fade out of the dream into the morning. All right, let's do. Yeah, well, okay, so then let's do this real quick before Landon's back, because I do actually have something here for another thing for Jean-Jacques here. Throughout these days, you do hear occasionally just like small bits of discussion, of comment on the things that you are doing on your, as you guys fight and practice together and train and bed down for nights of rest. You do hear occasional just comments on what you're doing from Bahan, of just like hey, no, your guard would be a little too low there. You got to raise it up a little bit higher if you're trying to block. You can ignore me all you want, but all that'll get you is a sword to the chest.
It'd be okay, buddy. I'd not be working to be a swordsman. I'd be working to figure out how to turn your memory into a fish.
You'll be putting me
Not a cool fish, a stupid little goldfish.
You'll be putting me into a fish.
Maybe turning you into a little goldfish on my shoulder.
Yeah, not to be.
So that when you go blub 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 blub, I could just make fun of you and laugh. Move on with my day.
You're not be the same man I remember, Jean. The years turned you hard. Turned you cruel. Made you like the everyman here.
Tell me, Bahan. Did he juice you up? Or you did it because you're a spineless coward?
I think... Give me an intimidation roll. And then based on that, I might have another roll here.
Alright, yeah. 21!
21. Yeah. Give me an Arcana roll with advantage.
No. No, okay.
Yeah.
And coming back to that was funny. I imagine you're talking to the fish.
No.
No.
Not quite.
I don't know.
The fish was involved, but
Fish is-
I would hope so.
Huh? 7?
Seven?
With advantage?
You have
no.
to
Okay.
fortify.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no.
I can't do Arcana, man.
You hear him fall silent.
If John Jack dies, I'm coming back as a wizard.
You hear him fall silent, and he goes, "You'll." What'd you ask? You asked, did he juice himself?
I
up,
said,
or
did he juice you up, or did you do it just because you're a spineless coward?
Yeah, and he responds. He just goes. When you've had everything else that we had stripped from us, what else is there to lose but your life?
Yes, so.
I still be here.
Because of me.
And I thank you.
You will be willing to send me away. But I was not willing to let go of every piece of you. That be the difference between us. In trying to save yourself, you lost everything else.
He goes silent. Let's.
Yeah, that's right, little goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, and then I had a kid. Damn it! Where'd the Kid Roo thing go that I was thinking of? That was what it was. Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry. On day... So it would be the 9th day after that. So, again, we're just sort of proceeding through. You guys are, you're training, you're working, right? On the, what would be the 10th day of Barons. Kid Roo, you hear in your head, you actually hear very briefly, you hear... Kid. No. Kid, No time to explain. There's been an attack. Be ready. Be open. Watch out. Keep him safe. And you see, in the middle of the night, as you're sitting there, you watch as there truly is a above the campfire, a little bit of it floats out and expands into an image of the three moons overlaid behind each other and deposited in front of you guys. The rest of you guys scared the piss out of you. You watch as there is a long-necked bird person that falls out of the sky in front of you.
What?
Okay. Not expecting to be here. All right. Okay. Okay.
Just rapier out. Like,
And you
Put
see
your sword down.
Huh?
Put your sword down.
Yeah. You see standing before you that there is a young adult flamingo era Cochrane with sort of this like long neck that's, and he as he notices you guys all standing there with he tucks his head in and under, so like there's just sort of like a very condensed neck area in front of you guys, so that like he's and he turns around and he sees you and he goes, oh, okay, I did end up in the right spot. Okay.
What is
He like squawks in like, yeah.
what is happening?
You see before you Jesse.
No, I got that. To Jesse.
Yeah.
The church is being attacked.
Yeah. So there's I don't. He turns around and he goes, "Holy shit, they're probably dead." Oh no. Okay. There's kind of like a we were kind of just chilling. There's been some like weird stuff going on the last few nights. And then there was kind of just like a bunch of weird undead looking guys that sort of stormed the temple with a flying little girl hanging out behind them.
John Jack takes out his flask and just downs it. Like, yeah, I just shot my flask.
I just look at Hector doing that like,
He goes, they said I would probably be safer somewhere else. I don't know why they did. I mean, I guess they're trying to defend the temple. That's what I think. But,
Do you think they'll be okay?
probably not. I don't know. There were a lot of guys, kid. There were a lot of guys.
So, everyone, this is Jesse.
Hi.
Hi, Jesse.
Turns around.
Like a son
Yeah.
to me. And Jesse, this is the group of people that I've been traveling with for the past few months.
He goes,
They are quite capable, so you might be safer here than at the church.
he goes,
Hector picks up a rock and just chucks it off into the distance, cursing.
and he just
I'm just gonna jaunt over to Hector and put a hand on his shoulder. That creepy little thing.
I was really hoping in all of the 7 seas it'd end up nowhere fucking near us.
Couldn't she just
However many fucking seas, I can't think straight right
fly
now.
off into the sunset and burn?
I know.
Wait,
yeah.
you know who it is?
We don't know. Well,
No,
yes
no,
and no.
because-
No, because all we know is that it escaped when we found our buddy again after we lost him.
You see Jesse goes, yeah, she looked like this, and he flashes a little image. This is the image of that same girl that you guys had seen.
No, put that away.
I was really hoping I was wrong.
Kid,
I was really hoping we were wrong.
this is the first time
No.
you've ever seen Jesse do magic. So he goes,
That's
yeah.
a good point. I don't think I know who this girl is.
No, you probably.
But everyone else is freaking out. I'd probably pick that up.
Yeah. But it's like just the fact that you've never seen him do magic before, and now he's like, and you're like, he goes, yeah, okay, so you recognize her.
Yeah, shoot. Fuck, what
Which
was that
we did.
town again? The sand?
found her in the sand.
Penitentiary or whatever. I think.
Sans Penance was the prison. Yeah.
Penance.
Yeah. And he goes.
Is that the etymological root for it? It might be.
What? For penitentiary? Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes, yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna be okay, but there were a lot of guys, so I'm He turns and he looks around and he goes, wait a second. He's taking stock of the rest of the situation now. Begins to see sort of these trees that are. He goes, wait a second. This seems vaguely from where? He turns to Kid and he goes, where are we?
I don't know exactly. We're somewhere between Satbia and Kelkari.
He goes, oh. And you watch his bird eye, like flex with this sort of, like noticing that he's now around friends. You watch his head curl out of this like a minimal position back into like normal length. And he goes, okay, all right. What are you doing back? What were you doing back in Satbia?
Points to the rescuee.
Oh.
Yeah. Well.
Now turns and takes stock and he goes, yeah.
No.
Notices the horde of like assorted sapiens that you've got behind him. He goes, what the hell?
We got big plans and big friends.
Yes, we were actually there specifically to meet a blacksmith because we are on our way to fight a dragon.
Oh, okay, understandable, makes sense. You watch as he goes, I should probably, and he pulls out from behind him two curved, like the individual sickles that are like emblazoned with these with these symbols, and he goes, do you need help?
The party grows.
You're here.
I don't know.
Kidru, insight check.
What are they emblazoned with, like Diamond 3?
Yeah, it looks actually, it's different phases of the moons across the whole thing. So it is very, it's interesting because it's, if you've seen like the images that are sometimes multiple moons that make up one moon, like the one that's maybe like a circle moon with the two crescents or like stuff like that, it's multiple moons changing multiple phases. Each of them is like an overlay of each of these three moons.
Who gave you these?
He goes, I was training. What was the insight check?
13.
13.
We don't need insight. He's stolen.
He's holding. Yeah. He as he's talking about it, he's like, well, I was training with them, and then when I needed to leave, I kind of freaked out. I needed something to bring with me, so I just like grabbed them out of their repository and just, left. So, holy weapons.
I mean, I guess it's better than leaving unarmed.
Yeah. He goes, no, trust me, I'm pretty all right with these things now. With an insight check of 13, yeah, I think actually you might still pick this up because you know him very well, right? When he says he's pretty well trained, it's with the confidence of someone that has been driving for maybe like 8-9 months. Like it's feasible. He's not fully lying, but he doesn't have the confidence or he's like, yeah, I know how to use these, and it's like, maybe, like.
Cat.
Hell yeah.
Kitty cat.
Well, I do know that you've been training, and that you might be ready, but we don't even know what we're fighting exactly.
You said a dragon,
so I don't
right?
know. It's a dragon that erases people's names and memory of things, and not memory.
Dragon plus.
Like what kind of names? And you go. And he goes. You watch him sit there, and he doesn't pick up on what it was. He's just like
Scuffed.
Yeah. He's just like, huh. Can you try? He's like, I don't think I heard that right. Can you say that again? Like he like inserts like into his bird ear hole. And he goes, "Wow, that's creepy." Okay, and you see this Eric Cochran, you know, based on your guys like just watching him his inside, he looks like a young adult of some sort, like in his like early 20s ish maybe, but like still very like bright eyed, sort of, yeah, and he just goes, okay, so I guess I'm here now. Surprise!
And we love having you here. Cool.
He turns and he looks at the rest of the party there, and he goes, "Who are the assorted like group that he had been looking at from before? The people that that you guys had collected from Satpia." And he goes, "So, are they all as skilled as you guys are, or?"
In certain aspects, I'm sure, yes. We've got 2 blacksmiths who are better at making things than any of us.
Okay.
We've got 2 cultists who love dragons more than any of the rest of us.
Well, that's not a problem.
And he goes,
I don't think they like all dragons.
There's a
specific one. Yeah. And we've got Sir
Venable.
What's his name?
Sir
Venable.
You watch him do like a little bit of a bow as he like walks in, and he goes, "You've produced another Eric Cochran from thin air."
I've got my own tricks, man.
That's how they're born.
That's how they're born? God, if I tell you, I could write a song about that. I could write a song. Speaking of, I think I still owe you guys a song. What do you guys? What do you guys want me to be? He's like, I've been kind of working away at some stuff, but also like you haven't been very. It's been very. Oh, we got to get on with the flow. We got to get where we're going. Should I be writing about something that you guys want to tell people about? I don't know.
We could talk about what a stupid piece of shit Cyrus Chem is.
Who?
Ooh.
We could just spread songs about how stupid this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that'd be cathartic.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know who someone is to make a song about them?
No, you just
really.
know the story about them.
I can make up stuff about it if you guys want to get his name out there for any particular reason. I mean,
just how you could be like immortal and be around for thousands of years and yet still accomplish almost nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like have near godlike power, but yet find yourself completely impotent to actually like rule the world.
He goes, okay. Is there anything? Okay, so impotent, godlike power. Let's see. Is there anyone? Okay, and anything else in association with him that you think that I should be bringing up?
I mean, do we want to spread real propaganda about the guy?
I feel like we should just spread propaganda just to make him mad, because when his ego gets involved, he slips up. He slips up when his ego gets involved. Yeah, like we can just do psychological warfare with this guy.
There's also the
in which he can't control, it's messed up.
There's also the possibility that like it actually spreads and people take it seriously and.
Yeah.
Other people are looking for trying to stop a continental threat. Like,
yeah. Maybe work in that he's just essentially throwing a giant magical tantrum.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Tantrum. Okay.
Yeah.
Because let's see, you guys were talking about. I hate to say that I listened in, but I listened in. I'm a troubadour. I'm interested in stories, right? I heard y'all talking about about him attacking some people. Do we care about them? Should they go in the song?
I was gonna mention that.
I feel like he would list that as an achievement. Like he likes that moment.
Okay.
So maybe not.
Proud accomplishments, killing all the orcs. Not all of them.
Some of them.
Roll.
He couldn't get all of them.
Couldn't get them all.
Roll a history check here.
Trash aim.
Jean-Jacques and
Yeah.
I am sorry. You know, trash game. He says as I make him roll another history check. I am the history check DM. Okay, hold on.
No, trash aim.
Oh, trash aim. Oh, okay.
But that's funny though.
Trash game. All these history checks. What the fuck?
No, 19. I'm actually not upset about it.
Okay. And then what was that? 9. Great. Okay. So
put that on a t-shirt.
Hillian. Okay. So
trash game is just a silhouette of a dude with meteors falling.
Yeah. All right. So the 19 from Jean-Jacques. As he says that, actually, that sort of strikes a chord within you, and you're like, wait a second. Currently the only people who know about the Eagermesh thing are you guys and the council of.
Oh yeah, we could just spread the very news he wants to hide.
Wait, no one else knows what he did in the Despotate?
Well, no.
No one knows about his involvement in the Despotate. No one knows his involvement with the. And no one knows.
That one confirmed.
The story of Eagermesh and what he did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what?
Is he like 100% associated with the Wub Wub thing?
No, that's not confirmed yet. You guys have.
Yeah, I thought that was just something we were talking about.
No. I tried to say it, and it actually wubbed.
Say what?
No. Time out. DM thing. And he goes, okay, wait. So.
Is that what the 19 was for?
The 19 was for the fact that truly
we should mention
that this is information that you guys have that no one else on the continent has, right? Assuming.
Oh, realizing that. Wait a second. This might be something good to. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell him the story of Eagermesh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him the stories and how it adds up or whatever. And if you ever want to engage a conspiracy, kind of just fill in the gaps, and you might be onto something.
He goes, yeah, okay, hold on, yeah, because that wasn't. He goes, and basically responds to the sort of well, that was an orcish. I mean, that was an orcish story that was pretty interesting. I never, it never seemed to. The issue with a story like that, even if it's interesting but it doesn't have full depth to the thing and no connections between places, people don't, people want to know what happens. People always, and with something like that, there's.
Yeah, I think this could be 2 songs: the story of Eagermesh, and just absolutely taking a dookie on Cyrus Kim's pillow.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Run him through the mud.
You want to say that?
I'll give you advantage, yeah. Because he truly also in this moment. What was the number?
Starting to realize, I think I trust Sir Venable a lot.
I have to do math.
Oh wow.
I mean,
36.
I don't think this group is famous
28.
by any
28.
means, right?
Okay. Which one? The group where? Your group?
Yeah, us.
No, not real. You guys. Well, at this point, there is a.
Honestly, wait a second. Let me see here.
At this point,
do I have a point? I have 2 points. I kind of might want to make it a 30.
If you want to, yeah, think about it. But with the what was I just saying? The group. I mean, you know that they have mentioned that they have helped save.
No, I don't have any. I'm not gonna
at this point. So you know that Kidru, you know that the name is at least a little out there for the party. But you don't know exactly how widespread at this point. Jean-Jacques, with that 28, you can sense in it. This is the sort of persuasion where you know the audience you're talking to, right? And because he goes, well, I only told you I was gonna do 1, but with a 20, you're like,
I want to help him write this song. This is gonna be the first Jean-Jacques original. Can we work on this?
We can 100% off camera. You work on this.
Yes.
So but knowing the audience you're talking to, this is a bard. You're giving him the opportunity for 2 of potentially the greatest songs of all time. You know what I mean? Widespreading folk stories type songs. So when you're like, hey, can you do 2 of them? He's like, no. He's like, yeah. I guess I can't twist my arm. You can, get me into doing 2 pairs of songs, 2 songs here. So yeah, he gets to work and he sits down and he begins writing out this story of Eagermesh and the story, and he comes back and he checks in with you a few times for details of okay, so who told you this? Who was destroyed? Right? What was the the timer on the? And he goes, so you, wait, so he has some sort of problem with him?
Who asking?
Yeah, anyone that's seated there around the campfire as you're like working. He goes, so he has some sort of problem with the orcish peoples?
I don't know what the problem is exactly.
Unless it's for fun.
Yeah. He goes, huh. And you said you learned about it from what? From the axe? From the talking axe?
We put together pieces and we heard from a talking axe.
Okay.
That was there, apparently. And then the folk stories of
Brill the Chronicler.
Okay. Oh, okay. I've heard of her. Yeah, all right. And he goes, wait a second, the talking
and then just folk knowledge.
So this is day 15, I believe. Decided. 15 would be the of the full thing. So that would actually be No, wait, actually, hold on. Goddamn math. Okay.
Pretty sure it's the 16th.
Yes.
16 days after
So 16,
leaving.
so it would be 4 days left, so the 9. So, Adrian. You there, Travis? Roll me an insight check here.
Insight 18.
18. Okay. Does anyone want to boost that one?
The 20?
Do it. I don't have to do it.
Is Frank back?
Are we
by
at
the
the
way?
point somewhere?
Has Frank's camera still been? Because it's showing it's out on my end. I just don't know.
Yeah, it says like failed to start camera. I've never seen that before.
I also have that. Does anyone else have any?
I ran out.
Yeah, we might need to. We might need to get some good RP going. Get you guys some tokens here.
Can has a token, master?
Please.
For trash talking Bahan.
Yeah. And I have my commitment token to kill you guys from the duck thing. Okay, all right. If that all right. So if are you burning then or no? Because that's on Kid Roo here.
I guess not. He hasn't.
Okay. So then he sort of just goes, oh yeah. So I mean you had that talking axe, but damn.
If it's for shards. If it's for shards.
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, he goes, damn, I would really love to talk to that might really help out my song.
We need to find Graw.
Can we message him?
Oh yeah, we talked about that the other day.
We should send him a message. See what he's up to.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sending the axe?
Mm-hmm. Are you guys gonna give it a shot?
No, I mean, why not try it?
I don't think we're ever fighting anything. Let's just blow some sendings.
Okay. Sending. Wonderful. So who are we sending first? Are we sending Grawl or?
This should take around 30 minutes.
Hell yeah.
So Jesse, about once every week or two, we'll all stand together in a circle and decide how we should message everyone. It takes us about half the day. It's a really fun tradition.
Yeah. After this, let's talk to Archie about the tweet.
More sendings.
Yeah, more sendings.
Bring it up now.
Give me more iron stones.
So who are we tagging first? Are we tagging Grawl or are we trying to send to shards? Or both?
I think we should try shards. I think that'd be funny.
And then if it doesn't work, we try Grawl.
Okay.
It probably won't work.
You're gonna give okay, so we go to
You can do that with the iron stone. I don't want the headache.
Okay, so Jean-Jacques, what do you message?
Oh yeah, you can give the sending to the stone.
Oh yeah, I guess Kid Roo, because now you have it. And
is that like an extra layer of protection? Is it like a magic? It's like a magic VPN.
Yeah.
No. it lets someone else cast the spell through it. So I think you're
Okay.
still casting. I don't
So
need
it would
it
be him
anymore.
casting it, but you'd be the one that's like casting it.
I don't need the stone anymore because we have the necklace, so I can be undisguised.
Yeah, he's
I
no
don't
longer-
know shards. I don't know
Who
anything
gets
about
the
it.
stone?
Oh.
I'm gonna give it to you because you know
All right.
what this thing is.
Okay.
I wouldn't know what to say.
So get
Maybe trusted with the stone.
The iron stone? Why would we not?
Can I be trusted with the
Excuse
stone?
me?
Can I be trusted with the stone?
Is he's gonna put some of his weird fucking mind juice in there?
We'll take it back when he's done, okay? We're not allowed to have unrestricted access to the stone. Is that acceptable? Give the stone back.
Take it. That's what those eyes said.
I was willing to let him have it until he was like, should I really be trusted with it?
Yeah.
Now I'm worried.
I just don't know. Like, what could I get away with this thing?
That's
I mean,
not
it's
what you
just
should
an extra
say.
cast.
So much power.
What do you mean?
Cause like, can it concentrate for you?
No, it's still concentration is still held by the person who is casting it.
Ah.
Unfortunately.
So the
What do you
person
mean?
having the stone holds the concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Rats.
But
Give it to Toe.
horrifying. Horrifying concept. Toe, who is just standing, he's at the moment he's gone over, and what he's
I gave
doing
my dog a
is,
gun.
is he's attempting to measure he's attempting to measure Jesse's neck by using his arms as the distance between them, and he's just like very slowly
I just look
rolling
at Toe.
over.
Look at Kid Roo. Look at Toe. Look at Kid Roo.
He goes,
Look at
"Whoa,
Toe.
this guy's like 6 times my body. Oh wait, hold on, you're gonna give me something? It's shy. Hold on,
Wait.
pass it over. Pass me
I'm
the
where-
stone."
Hold on. If we gave Toe the stone and had him disguise himself, would he become a glowing person?
It can only go a foot more or less than
Oh,
the
he would be a small
caster
person.
speed.
I see.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, wait, I can have him hold a concentration spell, and he could just invisibly sit like 100 feet in the air.
You can have the stone. But first,
But to trust
wanna-
him as the caster, I don't know.
You see
Well,
this
Someone you'll have
little-
to train him.
fireball.
You see this little floating, like, this little black, goo-looking dude, right? He's just sits there, and his little, like, tentacles start waving, and he goes, yes, 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 give, and you see his little arms.
I can just imagine him hitting the stone as it flies around his head like it's gassed from My Singing Monsters. Deep, 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 deep.
While we-
reference, no one's gonna get that.
While we think over whether this is a good idea or not, I'm just gonna give him like one of my bracelets.
Oh, to Toe?
Yeah, because he's waiting for something,
Oh, okay.
and we're
And
trying to decide whether it's a good idea.
give him-
I'm just gonna give him one of my bracelets.
Okay, so this is what sort of bracelet is this, by the way? Is it's like a little metallic one or something?
Yeah, I would probably try and avoid one that actually had like holy symbols on it.
Oh,
so
okay,
it'd probably just be like
That might be a
gold
strange
silver-
interaction.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, just like a silver gold chain bracelet.
All right. He takes it.
For those that work in food service, he's like the arcane equivalent of that that bin where you just dump out everything at the end of the day.
So-
Like that's him.
He takes
Right now.
He takes it with his little tiny stubby arms. He grabs it and he goes, interesting. And he does just begin like chewing on the end of it, like and so
I'll tell
okay.
you.
So what sending are we sending?
Okay, I'll actually attune to the thing.
Yeah.
I want to try to send to shards,
Yeah.
and I want to try to send to
Okay.
to Archie.
Okay. Wonderful.
Or I guess I want to try to send to shards and just send to Archie.
Okay. So commitment token for trying to send to shards. Okay. So what are you sending? What's the message? Because you have
I get this far.
You have a 25-word message. Well, you don't know. You have to attempt to send it.
Oh, you have to try. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me put in. Where's the tracking commitment token? Hold on. 1. Okay. This is happening. Okay. Or at least theoretically. What happened and the old city's name was Igramesh?
Oh, yeah.
Igramesh. Who did it? Anything damning for Cyrus Cam? His name is one word?
Yeah, because it's a dash.
For purposes
so
of casting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Is 25?
Yeah.
Okay. We write song to commemorate fall and honor.
I think that's all, right? Is that all? That's 25?
No, one more, I think.
Okay.
20.
Or one more set of 5.
Okay.
To honor the fallen and those remaining.
You do hear a response, but it's weird. You hear the combination of a muddling Cockney accent and a clever thinking accent over the top, and you hear
That's interesting.
give me a moment, actually. I need the... Here we go. We find, we track, we avenge the fallen. The seeker, the machinist, the tracker, the divinist, the heretic, the mindful. We find, we track, we avenge. Kill, kill.
They would have
I relay that.
do you need me to relist the names that I listed there?
The seeker, the mindful, the arcanist?
The machinist.
The machinist.
Yeah.
Seeker, the mindful, the machinist.
The tracker, the divinist.
Tracker.
The striker, the heretic.
Is that just the fucking gods? How many of them?
That's what rang in my head.
Everyone here can give me a history check.
Yeah.
Do I get an advantage for pulling out my fucking little book that you gave me on them?
No. Oddly enough, yeah.
Can I cross-reference anything in the spell book?
No. You know who gets advantage on it is Drake.
That one.
Is Drake. Ooh.
Not one.
You said history?
Yep.
9.
9. 1.
Not good at those.
17.
17. Drake.
Do you have?
13.
With advantage?
Nope.
Yeah, you have advantage on it.
13.
Roll 20.
Wow. A bad Travis roll. That's rare. With the 17, you sit here and Kid, you don't know a lot about the rest of the names that he's listed off. But the heretic, you take a second and you go, hold on, weapon, heretic, hold on, weapon. And you turn and you swivel to Drake, who has the heretic's vindication on his side.
Did we just unlock a key piece to a side quest that I've been obsessed with, have had nothing to do with? The seeker, the heretic, the tracker,
the striker, the divinist, the mindful, the machinist.
So, what is this? Shards wants to kill Drake?
No.
Weapons.
Okay, so there were sentient weapons in a shop, and it was robbed by people in like dark cloaks. I think they had dark. I think that they were described like drow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were described like drow. I
Well,
don't know if that's correct.
Dark
but-
cloaks, right? They were described in like dark cloaks overlaid, like
Okay.
all faceless.
So
right?
that robbed the shop of sentient weapons, and then we have shards of this. I don't know if that.
That's a about something that you would know. Or
I think I know something I shouldn't
You're right. Because I think I
know
did
something that I
message
shouldn't
that by accident.
regarding shards.
Yeah.
And which one that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that accident. Yeah, okay, so and several other weapons have been missing and getting taken by someone, and they're apparently all related. Wait a second, that means Drake. Drake.
What's up?
That's related to shards. The stibbity stabbity on your backity.
Does your sword talk?
Yeah.
How many of us knew that?
Oh, the face was great.
Oh, yeah, that was
Just a, what?
nailed it.
I constantly don't know stuff about this group.
Welcome to joining late.
Hey, it's cool.
Oh, I love it. All the things that we forgot about are just like ignored because it's been so long.
Yeah, the most
Okay,
recent-
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
In the most respectful way possible, if you knew a bunch of group of talking swords that were all related to each other, and one of you had a talk, what do you mean you didn't know they were related this whole time?
Well, I mean, we found the buddy who's not with us right now a long time ago. We
Yeah,
only
and they
recently
both-
found another talking sword.
Oh,
Two's
this
a
is
coincidence.
recent pickup.
Yeah, this newest one's we haven't had Adrian's as long, and I don't think we've had both in the party at the same time.
And as we know, he doesn't like talking. So
Is the sword
the sword
also
might have
not
been
like
like,
talking?
he doesn't like shut up. No one loves you. Punch his sword.
Probably.
So what does Drake do in this moment?
Sorry, I missed that. What?
I'm asking Travis, what does Drake do in this moment?
He's just listening at the moment.
I still don't think I understand what the message means then.
Yeah. Did you write that down?
Me? Yeah,
It was complicated. It was a lot. It was a
So
lot.
wait.
There's I think
Yeah,
the thing that
the blank.
Yeah.
We
avenge. He said avenge.
Yeah.
Avenge the seeker, the machinist, the tinker,
So these were people maybe lost in the.
The people's souls get put into the swords.
Hector?
I mean, it responded to ascending.
Yeah, it did, and not even fully
Pointing
from what you described.
And I think it used Grawl, by the way, because Grawl, I could hear Grawl overlaid with shards. So yeah, I don't know. By the way, is Grawl possessed?
Pointing this at, yeah, you don't know. Hector, pointing this
How
out,
did-
you
how-
have that is a natural 20 from player perspective. Okay? Thinking about that, you think about the theory that you discussed with the person when you guys managed to hear way back when of these sentient swords. And one of the things that he described was potentially that there was some sort of event or something that would have resulted in all of these people being
why? Yeah, I remember that. I'm like, okay, all of these things clearly they're related, and I knew they're related, and that's where I started my little thing. But eventually, like as time went on, I was like,
yeah, there's not much of a thread to it. But with that, you're like, hold on. If you're talking about souls and swords, there's a reason why these all related would be in weapons together.
I'm gonna need a corkboard to install behind my
Just to
my
go.
computer back home, and I'm just gonna start like
Yeah, conspiracy
So-
theory boarding.
Yep.
Are we trying
Show up
to get
session with like a
information
tinfoil hat on.
from these swords?
think it's safe to say they're associated with Yggdrasil in some way.
No, I'm saying, are we trying to get information from these swords for that reason?
If they know something.
I mean, we started off just trying to find them.
Have we ever tried talking to the heretics? What is it? Heretics Blade?
Vindication.
Heretics Vindication.
Vindication. Have you ever tried talking to it?
I think once, when the party was like sitting down, and I think it basically was like, "Hey, I could, he's like, I would love to be of help and not be killing children." I think was basically what he said to Drake, and Drake was like, "Cool." Yeah.
Cool, shut
up. Is it currently Drake right now? Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah,
Drake, could we try talking to your sword?
He'll take out the sword and just pull it out.
He goes, "Oh, good to stretch my... Well, actually, what am I even stretching? I guess my blade? Concerning. How can I be of assistance?"
Can anyone else hear this?
Only Drake.
Ah.
He's talking in his mind.
We're all sitting there like...
Is he gonna say something?
He is talking right now.
What's he saying?
I get closer.
So how does it work? Is it attunement? Like, practically?
I don't hear shit.
Practically, yeah.
So, Drake, are you not wanting to play middleman here? Is that the situation for this sword? Respect, a truly genuine question.
He's just curious what's going on.
He's just curious what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
What do we want
I
to
don't
actually...
usually pull him out, so...
Oh, is this not your sword that you use normally?
I usually use the greatsword.
Okay, makes sense. Guys, this is a side plot that I stumbled into. I don't actually know what we need from the sword.
He goes, "How can I be of assistance, master?"
What do you know about the fall of Yggdrasil?
Ooh.
Full throttle.
Well, and Drake, you sense this same... not trepidation, but you had sensed that there was a wall between something that he could say to you and couldn't say, right? He goes, Yggdrasil was a thriving magocracy. Way back in the day, it was our well, the basically the jewel of the continent. And then you sense the wall blocking him for a moment here. He goes, and now it isn't.
Do you know anything about Cyrus Chem? I like minor illusion, like an oil lamp on a thing.
The wall, you feel the wall in your head again, Drake, as he goes to respond.
Oh.
Okay, so I imagine that Drake is just...
Are you aware of the... Wait, I don't know about the wall.
Can I try something crazy?
I love crazy.
This is my... I don't have to do crazy. That's typically your forte. But I have a wild idea. Well, first, were you... Can we ask him? Were you a person? Were you alive? Can we...
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I want to try it. Can I... Penumbral Reflections the sword?
And Drake? You're just sending them both up?
Do I have to send Drake?
You could try and just do that, yeah.
Well, I was gonna try and get the sword and see if I can't go and talk to it in a way that's not restricted.
Yeah, so you just grab, and at that, As you watch as Kid Roo reaches out, grabs the weapon, tilts his head back, and there's a blast of purple light out of his eyeballs, and the night above you fills with like twice the amount of moonlight as normal. And that is where, I mean, that's where we'll cut into the back half of this episode, basically, since it's all a fiesta at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hello, and welcome back to this week's episode of Tales. Well, actually, I guess not this week. You'll literally be tuning in at the... Maybe I should just... I'm probably going to need to cut the recap. But where we left off 5 minutes ago, Kid Roo goes, you know what? Actually, fuck this, and grabs the sword, the heretic's vindication being put before the party, and beams them directly up to the Lambent 3 using his Penumbral Reflections ability. You guys watched as Kid Roo... Sky fills with lavender light. And let me very quickly, Kid Roo, as you beam up, you feel your body dissolving into moonlight in kind of a similar way as you feel or rather your spirit, in kind of a similar way as when you use the teleport effect, right? Of the moonbeam. You find yourself materializing in sort of this oddly enough, when you've used this spell before, there are times where it has been like a nebulous space. This one feels more concrete to you, oddly enough. You start to look around and you see that you are standing at the top of what appears to be a giant tower, and there is sitting before you you are alone for just a moment, but you see these lights reflecting, and you see a small crystal glimmering in what appears to be a tiny shrine that is just situated at the top of this tower, adorned with small carved images of the Lambent 3.
I will pray.
As you do, you feel Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, you froze for a second, so...
You're good. Go ahead.
Oh, just walk up, kneel, and pray.
You sort of do. You see that there are... roll me a perception check here in this moment.
Yes, sir. Natural 20.
Okay. Natural 20.
My first question mark?
I don't know. That might... In religious context, that might be. With
Comment in the section.
Hell yeah. With a natural 20, you see, you feel crystallizing beside you another spiritual presence. And you sort of look over, it's hard to see, but you see what appears to be, with a natural 20, sort of this glowing orcish form that is like hovering there. And you see that there are cracks just across his body, like different rivulets of this, what would be a like a light purplish magic, not similar to the lavender of the Shattered Prince, but like just like this very light purple. You also, with a natural 20, as you look back to the shrine, you notice that, like, and to put it in context, what it is it appears to be like sort of this curved stone obelisk, and carved in the front of it, you see that there are these 3 depictions with little eyes glimmering, each of their moon colors, what appears to be like sort of crystalline inlays in the eyes that are carved into this, of the Copper Princess, the Sapphire Queen, and the Shattered Prince. And above them, you see, actually worn away, but with a natural 20, you see that there is a small owl that appears to be inlaid into this shrine as well. It looks like it could in fact be like maybe something that was left there, like it was placed inside a carved shaped hole. But it looks like, with a natural 20, that maybe it's something that's removable at some point, if you had any idea where this thing was. And you feel, actually, behind you, as you're sort of kneeling and praying with this natural 20, you feel appearing behind you let me see if this... Oh, no, that's a Google spreadsheet. Pause, champ. you feel the presences of the of actually all three of the Lambent Three behind you. And you sort of turn to see these images of this. They're all very translucent, right? Like, you see in this moment that each of their bodies is very wavering, right? Kind of back and forth in the moonlight. But you see that there is this masked, just sashed, armored to the nines image of the Copper Princess, sort of these like bits of like this brass and bronze and orangish moonlight reflecting across her body. You see this just simple dress with there's sort of an open hole in the middle of her chest that you see, where there is just a heart. Not, unfortunately, the anatomical heart, because that's just fucking creepy, and I don't want to do that. So there's like sort of a blue, like, crystalline heart that's like glistening right there. This sort of mist surrounding her eyes, and this sort of blue braid, this sort of tall crown with these little glimmering images of the different shapes of the moon crescent, like sort of sitting where each of the gems on top of this crown would be, just glistening from the Sapphire Queen. And this masked, tall crown, almost like the helm and the mask have fused, like sort of this, like, I want to say aubergine, but I don't think that's it, like eggplant sort of like hair. This Roman sort of inspired the cloak that goes across your entire body. And you notice actually with a natural 20, just sort of glittering out of these cracks in his body, different little eyes staring at you. You hear first from the Shattered Prince. Interesting. You bring a friend.
I have. Also, by the forehead to the ground. Full worship. As you hear the kind voice of the Sapphire Queen, just no need in this moment. We are not perhaps at our full strength. You like look up as you raise your head up, and you see the moons behind them. All of the moons are in their half at this moment. This is a day where the day you left, that was the half forms of all the moons. So you notice that none of them are at their sort of full potential. And she sort of like smiles kindly, and she goes, I sense that you have important questions for us. Yes. I bring a guest with a few important questions. Both for you and for him, actually.
They sort of turn their... She says, indeed, and sort of turns her attention to the orcish spirit sitting there, which you see now. She goes, hold on. You see the prince goes, hold on. And you watch him twist his hand, and the sort of hovering spiritual form sort of crystallizes into a less nebulous, illusory form, so to speak. The purple rivulet still crossing across his body. And he goes, indeed. Where do you hail from? And you see the orcish form, like, sort of like looks at itself and goes, oh, it's good to have a body again. Oh, this is interesting. Ooh. I've been trapped in that sword for God knows how long. Shit, I guess gods do know how long. How long? And they go, 1,000 years-ish, give or take. You know, the sort of Sapphire Queen says, and he goes, holy shit. I pardon. And you see he gives a low bow and he goes, I'm honored to meet before me these gods of yore that we while not unknown to us, I think perhaps we thought that you were, less present than this. And you see the sort of Sapphire Queen smiles again, warmly, and just goes, for the most part, we are not. Our, power spreads somewhere far away, but we do what we can. Eagermish, you said. And he goes, yes, Eagermish. I was and actually, Kidru, you watch right now, you watch that purple light, like that sort of purple, crisscrossing scar pattern across his body pulse as he goes to say what he's going to say. And he goes, I sense that it still affects me even here. Very well, I will do what I can to avoid this. And, you watch... Roll me a luck check here, Kidru. You're gonna roll for the Lambent 3 in this moment. So roll me 2d10.
Okay.
7. Yeah. You watch as crossing is like, you watch as there's this crisscrossing pattern of like, almost like rays of moonlight that spread from each of the Copper Princess and the Shattered Prince's eyes across him. And you see this beam of like this like dark lavender and this beam of the light bronze and he turns and Shattered Prince turns and goes, sister, and like his eyes glaze over for a second. And the Copper Princess looks at him and goes, indeed, this is the work of some powerful enchantive magic. This is she looks at him and she goes, this is one of those contracts that was drawn up. And he nods and goes, the more important aspects of what I witnessed, I will not be able to discuss, for they were witnessed in confidence. And you watch his body tense up here for a second, almost as if the effect of this has passed over him, and they wave their hand and dissolve the magic slightly. They're able to release him from this moment of it, this instance of it. But he goes, indeed. He turns to look at you, Kidru, and he goes, but I will do my best to speak to what I can.
Thank you.
I assume you have questions here.
I do. So, I guess you may not be able to fully answer, but glean what we can, if there's any more. What led to the fall of Eagermish?
There were outside forces acting against us. Small forces. He pauses here, and he gives you like that, I'm trying to intimate more, but I can't be too specific in this moment. He goes and like nods.
Who were the people turned into swords?
My friends. great. He pauses for a second, thinking that he can say a little more, and goes, greatly powerful individuals. You see him go to speak again, but like his mouth, like it's that thing again of like where he was a little bit earlier. You sense that like going to speak but being blocked, and you watch physically his mouth go to like form words, but he's like seized by this magic in this moment.
No need to push yourself. Was it agreed? Did you consent to becoming a sword, I suppose?
No.
Oh. Question for either you or the three of you, the lame three.
Mm-hmm.
You seemingly know of him or of the scenario of some sort. Why are you deemed the heretic?
He pauses, and stops. And they actually do. You take a second. And who would be most prone to this? This would be. Roll me a persuasion check here.
Oh, I'm so good at those. Would it be weird? Would it be bad practice to use my god's incantation to make it better right now? Seems like a bad.
Oh, to persuade against your god with an incantation to assist them. Yeah.
Their own
Yeah,
power against them would be
probably
a bad idea.
Take a commitment token for thinking of it, though. That's a commitment token for thinking of it. That's amazing. That's great.
I'll roll it real quick and then I'll check. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see she goes. The Copper Princess, like sort of puts out an arm to the other two and goes, I can speak a little bit more to the borders of clean lines. There were, and sorry, what was the question you asked? AJ is now forgetting in my
Why was he
the heretic. Yeah, she goes, there was a contingent of people at one point that did not believe the Sentinel able to properly litigate his duties. The heretic ended up as one such.
Oh, okay. And it seems like it, but your fate is fully unrelated to the Sentinel.
He nods.
Okay. I don't think I came with any other questions, to be honest.
Roll a history check here.
Actually, I do have a question.
Okay.
I don't know if you said, what is your name?
He pauses and he thinks and he goes, my name. I'm not certain.
That's not a good sign at all.
No, that's not great.
Not at all.
What was the history check there?
Oh, right. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
A 13.
13. You guys were just talking about the, like, how Cirrus Chem might relate to this, but you weren't exactly certain how you could phrase that in a way that might, that he might be able to respond.
I did assume he wouldn't be able to say his name, but phrasing is a good question. Is Cirrus Chem related? Simple nod, yes, no, hopefully.
he thinks and he goes, because it's so nebulous of a question, he goes, yes.
I guess involved is quite... Is he responsible?
He pauses and he scrunches up his face real tightly and thinks for a moment and goes...
I expected an immediate yes, I can't lie, I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah. He goes... And you asked, is he involved, right? Or is he responsible?
I said, is he responsible?
Responsible.
This time, yeah.
And he goes, he goes, in such a way as that any notable figure might be responsible for the events of their time.
Okay. Is the enchantment magic, is the contract Cyrus Camps?
No.
Oh. Is there someone else at play? Possibly to this day.
Unlikely.
Interesting.
Magic 8 Ball.
Floor question. I know, right? A floor question, because I don't know how the magic works. If the creator of the contract were to die, would you still be under the influence of the spell, or would it be gone?
Not to my knowledge.
Alright. You've been a sword for a long time. You don't have much of your old life to go back to, and you've seemingly forgotten your name, but what are you hoping to gain, become?
I know not if my body can be restored. I do know that my soul and my purpose has been held in tormentful bondage all these years. And I simply seek a chance to make amends.
I will pass it on to your wielder.
And you feel a radiant burst of light from the Lambent 3 in this moment, as like this flash of all three of their moon colorations envelops this area, and just you watch the prince who had been sort of glazed over, his eyes flash with this like purplish light from behind these like slits in this iron mask, and just goes, redemption is the path that we all hope to walk. And for any that seek that goal, you will walk with our blessing. And he just taps the spirit of the heretic on the shoulder there.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly we plan to get it done, but we got you.
He nods and he goes, very well. Please convince...
Did bro just give an item? Sorry.
That's all... He just goes, please convince that tall fellow to use me more often. It's stinky in the scabbard.
I will do my best.
So what were you saying, Manny? Did bro just give an item?
Did bro just give an item a paladin level? Oath of Redemption, great sword.
Oath of Redemption sword!
That's funny.
Bites when it feels like it.
Yeah.
Next character.
Yeah. New character, it's the sword. And he sort of turns, and you watch these, these sort of like flaring lines of that enchantment magic fade back against himself. Still there, just like it seems that they've been pulsing noticeably when he tries to violate the contract. So, he sort of turns to you and he goes, is our business here concluded?
Yes, but one more question before I go for the Layman 3.
They turn to you.
I've never been pulled to a physical realm during the spell. Is this tower of significance?
You, the Copper Princess and the Sapphire Queen disappear. The Shattered Prince looks at you. You see he raises a finger as these cracks across his arm with the little eyes peering out. He raises a finger to his lips, nods, and vanishes back into the moonlight. And you watch slowly as around you, this location, darkness begins to fade in from the sides of what the top of this tower appears to be, slowly, covering up the heretic, covering up the rest of the stone walls around you, moving down simply to you sitting before the shrine. And then you return to your body.
I'm gonna give the general information to whoever. I don't remember who all was around when we.
Oh, everyone! Absolutely everyone.
Everyone. Okay. I'm gonna general information pass out, and then I'm gonna turn to who's currently awake in that big old body.
Oh, Travis.
Yeah. Ariel or Adrian.
I forgot.
I think it's listed in the.
They were on?
It should be listed on the whatever one in the go into the Drake or in the in-game date one, and that one should be That one should have it listed.
The 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 14th. Yeah, so we're on day 14.
Alright, then it's Ariel. I'm gonna turn to Ariel and be like, "We've got a hard job in front of us." But the Heretic's Blade is requesting that Adrian use him more. Do you think that's reasonable?
If I remember reading Journal, they have already had this conversation.
I heard.
Kidru nursing the beak where he got punched on that same day.
Is there actually, great question. Do you have any insights on that? Do you know why he prefers the longsword over the magical talking sword? Because I feel like most people would like really have a keen interest.
You mean the great sword?
Yes, the great sword.
I couldn't tell you.
Unfortunate. Alright, well.
My imagination is he probably just like swinging a big thing.
Oh. I'm gonna turn to our two blacksmith friends. You think you could make the sword longer?
Or the magical sword bigger.
They look at each other and look at the sword that you. By the way, context for them, they just watched you guys speaking at a campfire about singing. All of a sudden watched, again, this hero of yore grab a sword, void the sky, and disappear into kind of light. They look at each other, look at the sword, and go, Jax just goes, you know, I'm willing to try, and Mina goes, no, fucking stop it. That's beyond your realm of expertise. You know that. He's like, I could figure it out. I swear I could. She's like,
I love
I just don't trust
I like
it.
that
I love the
energy.
enthusiasm for that thing.
I love the enthusiasm, man. Said, I can try it?
Also-
No, you can't.
You know what?
I don't know
Actually,
how
do you
safe
wanna-
that would be for the soul inside the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Does Jax need a project? Are you itching for something?
He goes, actually, I mean, to be fair, yeah, now that we finished up with that, I mean, you know, something just to do with my hands while we're out and about and, you know, traveling.
We are in the middle of nowhere, right? just like some woods.
Yeah, as you travel through, you've noticed that you guys have been coming down basically, like, it has become a sort of, like, rough terrain of, like, general, smallish valleys where you're basically having to wander down in among different bits of treescape into, like, this sort of, like, overgrown landscape and then clamber back out onto, like, higher ground.
Wow, I feel like this is arguably a waste, but I'm going to change forms.
Oh, okay.
To the Brass Princess.
Okay.
So that I'm going to take out my spear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the normal blast, demonstrating the Jax.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tell him I can also put my magic into it and Divine Smite Blast.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm going to try his hands and say, go crazy.
You just want me to fuck around with this thing?
Honestly, I've heard that you do both exceptional work and also questionable work, and I understand that it has inherent risk to it, but also I feel like you could do something great here, and I'm willing to put my faith in you.
He nods and he goes, you watch his eyes light up, and for a moment here, Kidru, it's very interesting. Roll an insight check here.
Just gave that boy an inspiration point without actually giving him
Give Jackson inspiration.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
17. Yeah. You. It is a little interesting to you. You actually stop and just cotton on for a second because you remember what Malachi had said about him potentially being like a descendant of the Bodabov's like elves, right? And you're like, it is odd that he would put so much like looking at his face, you can tell with the 17 and just his reaction, like this dude is like, he met one of his heroes basically, right? And like you're like hold on, that doesn't track, but like also like why, you know what I mean? Like you don't read him as being false, but you also, it doesn't track congruently with this situation, you know?
With why he would look up to me?
Mm-hmm.
I was under the impression that it's because Malachi was aware.
Malachi,
I could just be wrong. I did assume that, because Malachi knew who I was, and so when we went in there, it was generally chill.
But there is definitely, like, there is an aspect of, like, I think the combination of, like, the Bodabov's war combined with that, I think is what's like giving you cause for pause. That's all.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, I'll figure it out. Trust me. I'll figure out something. and use, as he runs off, Mina, you watch Mina cover her face, and she goes, you just know that he's gonna make like butterflies erupt from that or some shit. You know what I mean? Like he's just gonna make like portals to other dimensions or something. He's that boy is crazy.
Mina, portals are useful and butterflies are beautiful, alright? No matter what he makes, we'll have its use.
Yeah.
What a spectacular argument.
She just goes, yeah, okay. And she like stumbles off. Everyone sort of like walks off to go. The rest of the party, rather your NPCs sort of walk off to go to bed, settling down in these like tents that are just around there that you guys have rolled out. You watch, you see Servenable still sitting by the fire, just the rest of the party, and you sort of hear him just muttering to himself, just Cirrus Chem, nearest phlegm. There's something there. I know there's something there. I can figure this out. It'll be there. And he goes, maybe something with audience participation. Everyone loves audience participation. And you're like,
I'm gonna go join him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join him and help him work on that.
All right. So is anyone gonna discuss any of these events, or is everyone just gonna sort of head off to bed for the time being?
Yeah, like I had mentioned, I'll spread out the info, but I don't actually have a lot of insights on what this is, so if anyone else has some ideas.
I don't think I have anything, because I don't even know if my character would be awake right now.
All right. Let me ask, who's
Hector's
gonna...
awake, he's practicing blade work.
Hell yeah. Let me ask, who's gonna take first watch? And like, what is the watch order for tonight?
Actually,
I
I'm
think
sorry,
me
real
and,
quick.
me and Sir Venable could start out as we work on the song.
Okay.
That's fun. For the group, just as an idea, we still have Bergen in the library of Stotpia. If we want to try running anything else we just found by him.
Oh.
That's true. That's smart.
They had information about at least Cyrus Kem from 1,000 years ago, so maybe there's stuff on Eagremesh, and whoever else would be there to put the spells down.
You're right.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so then what is
I don't know.
Hey, guess what? Third episode in a row where sending spells are gonna be important. It's sending time, baby.
I don't need to do it yet. It's late at night. Bergen's probably sleeping. I'll think on it. We'll send tomorrow.
Yeah. Cool. All right, cool. So let's see.
We'll sleep on it.
So first watch is Jean-Jacques and Sir Venable. Who's second watch? Who are you guys? Actually, let me first. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What'd you say, Travis?
I'll take up second.
Okay, second watch. And is anyone else gonna stay up with Ariel?
I'll probably be up with him.
Okay, wonderful.
Just need to nap.
Okay, and then so let's go in order here. First watch, Jean-Jacques. Roll a perception check.
Let's see. Perception. 13.
With a 13, I think you two are so invested in your song. He's sitting there and he's just like, he's like, okay. So the last two lines, what we're gonna do each time, we're gonna do, I think maybe something fun with. You could do something with like maybe the first line is like a general setup, and then the second line is like an audience response. That way you get the audience jumping and hopping and popping throughout the rest of the song. Yeah. Okay, so let's see.
Could do that.
Yeah, give me a few. Okay, so give me a few ideas for rhyme scheme. What do you think would be a good rhyme for? Many of you have the thing open. What do you think would be a good rhyme for loser?
That's a hard one.
Loser.
Chooser?
Chooser could be chooser.
Chooser could work.
User.
I mean, back in Iptharun, we'd call the hangman the nooser.
Nooser.
But
okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, we could do user. User's a good one. Okay, hold on. We can work with this. And you guys sort of continue throughout the night working on this song. Your watch times out, passes into the next moment. You awaken Ariel and Uprush from their slumber. Do the two of you have anything that you would like to do during this watch, or are you guys just going to sort of sit in silence?
I think this trip has been a little bit, I think, emotionally taxing on old Uprush. I think he's kind of just gonna be sitting there for a little while, staring at the fire. Probably just tired.
Does Ariel...
But not much else to do.
Yeah. Does Ariel would definitely cotton on to this. Is Ariel the sort of person where he would engage in this moment, or would he just sit in companionable silence?
Companionable silence.
Roll perception checks here for me.
Hear him. Oh,
22.
22. And what was that for Uprush?
sorry, my thing froze for a second. Let me grab my dice off the shelf.
Okay.
Here. Out now, and you said perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go with my sheet there. I'm back to getting used to my setup. I have to remember that I can do all the things again. I have so many screens to work.
Yeah.
Okay, 16.
16. With a 16, it's a quiet night. But you're still lost in thought. So you don't notice what Ariel does. That the night is too quiet. Meaning,
oh dear,
the campfire around you, the tents next to you, there's no noise coming from them. And with a 22, Ariel, you see, glittering off in the darkness, a pair of red eyes. And you watch a hand fly through the air. And you watch the tents of the NPC party members next to you. The tents specifically, it would be Jax and Mina in one tent, and the tent of Servenable disappear. Like, just vanish into the ground. Everybody roll in... Well, actually, Uprush and Ariel roll initiative. The rest of you.
Oh,
because it's silent.
It's real fun.
Yeah.
Since I saw a spell being cast, can I do a quick reaction to it?
Yeah, you can attempt a counterspell.
Okay.
Are you, what level are you casting this counterspell at?
I will cast it at... I'll just do it base level 3.
Level 3. You notice as you go to cast that this magic... First off, I don't know if it has a verbal component. Does it have a verbal component?
I think it's just somatic.
Because you guys are under the effects of the silence.
Because if it's verbal, yeah. Yeah, because if it's verbal, it turns it off.
Somatic.
Okay, so you go to cast, and you notice the eyes glitter, and the hand that went to cast this goes. You watch actually a backwards finger wave no across the mouth.
Ah!
Oh no.
And so yeah, what's the initiative from you guys? And let me actually get started pulling up the map here. Actually, everyone roll initiative, by the way. You guys should. You just won't enter the combat until you guys have been woken up.
Yeah, surprise condition.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll put
unconscious, technically.
And let me open.
14.
Let me open roll 20. Here we come.
A little while. For you.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Okay.
That's a good point. Got out of Sapia scot-free.
Yeah. You guys, I mean, you avoided most of the combats. You also, like, immediately shot Aurora, so you didn't even get a chance for that to be a combat. Ooh, pardon me.
Which, I'm so glad. That could have been a nightmare.
Yeah. Like, truly. Just imagine her, like, sprinting through the streets, like...
Undead assassin
Mm-hmm.
sprinting through the streets.
Playing up, being like, "Oh, somebody help me!" Like,
why is this not?
Yeah, screaming help me.
That would have been awful.
Is this not loading for you guys?
It's taking a second.
Okay, cool. I might... If it keeps giving me trouble, I might restart this. How do I stop the... Oh, there we go. I can leave activity. Actually, give me a second. Let me restart this. Trying to recall what happened. Come on.
So who's starting in combat? Who got snatched?
At the moment, so Jax, Mina, and Venable disappeared. It looked like their tents sort of fell into the ground. And God, interesting. I mean, to be fair, we're going to be cutting this part of this, but this is a very odd glitch that I'm having right now with this. Worst comes to worst, I mean, I guess, what do we think worst comes to worst here? That we just pause this and I guess resume from here for next session? Or fuck, what? You know?
I mean,
If
personally,
you're sending this
I
onto the
don't
next,
mind. But I'm biased because
sending-
I'm about to leave soon anyways.
well, if you're gonna leave soon, and isn't this getting tacked onto the last episode anyways or something?
Yeah, yeah. I guess we could just put another like bits and bobs too,
Yeah,
and
super
make...
suspenseful. Like you see a backwards hand going and then the session just ends.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I guess that'll let me fucking.
Damn, Rakshasa piece of shit.
Yeah, like that'll.
What does backwards hand mean?
Oh, it's that they're.
It's like the cat demon.
Yeah, Rakshasa. So they literally have their
Backwards,
hands.
The hands are on backwards.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is that finally catching up with us?
Yeah.
It just caught up with us.
Oh, it's finally caught up. Oh no. That's what. Why does this seem weird and familiar?
Yeah.
And of course.
Yeah.
I realized as soon as the counterspell did not work.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to put this out there.
There was no roll or nothing. It just said nope.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
You guys do a bunch of crazy shit. Then I join the group. We go to my hometown. We pick up my son. And now they all want to come back?
Yeah. Now they want to.
That's two.
Your son's fucking religion.
2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Your background has put my son in danger twice.
Twice so.
Let's try.
Have a kangaroo argument in the future.
This is Stern talking to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, we're in trouble now.
I guess let's try.
Sorry, I'll get to sit here and do nothing.
Everyone leave this one last. We'll try it. It's the Spider-Man thing. One last time. We'll have everyone leave. If it doesn't work, then we just say fuck it and we. Okay, I think we're fucked for now. So I think that we'll just have to call it.
Discord just broke its own toy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna close that down, and we'll just go to a normal full screen here and go. I'm waiting for that thing to go now. Well, I guess I'll put me up here. Exactly. That's all for today's episode because due to horrible issues with that thing right there, you can see I'm pointing at it. It's right down there. If they're due to issues with Roll20, I've got to go problem solve. So we'll see you guys next session on Tales of Tupenia. Yeah. Bye.
Old enemies come back to get us.
Technology.